What do you mean what are they saying? I'm still live. I'm still live. What are you talking about?
No, you're not, because I turned it off.
Come here and look. Come here and look for yourself.
Can I finish in the bathroom?
Sure.
Take that shit off! You're not live yet.
We can't have any feed normal FJ tribute stream.
You see? You see how you are? Cut it out. Cut it out. I will turn that shit off and disconnect it.
Okay, let's go on with the tier list chat.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. Put on your shirt. Put your shirt on? No. Chat, I'm not putting on my shirt. Stop asking me to put on my shirt.
I swear to God, Jeremiah. My knee hurts and I cannot be back and forth. I have to go to work. Put your fucking shirt on.
But mom, here's the thing. I'm uncomfortable without a shirt. No. What the fuck is the ice, mom?
An ice pack.
Ah! Bro, hold on. When did my headphones get all tangled up in the fucking chair? God damn it. Time to get my freak on with this chair! Whoa! I'm picking up the chair.
Listen, my knee is on fire. I keep having to come in here. I swear to God.
It's okay, Mom. I was already
You're gonna get the fuck off. Because if I cannot have some peace and quiet, you're gonna get the fuck off.
Who the fuck is spamming L here? Someone was spamming L in the other stream.
Hey, gonna turn it off.
No.
Get off. Yeah, no, because you're not doing anything that you're supposed to be doing, and you're being stupid. And I keep having to come in here, and I just want to lay down and ice my knee. And you're...
Alright, chat.
You're being
I already have the
considerate.
tier... This isn't the tier list. Oh, this is the one.
I swear to God, I hear you be loud again, you're getting off. Nobody wants to hear you.
How did she not notice me taking off my shirt?
What did I just say?
I'm just
What
messing
did
with
I don't mess with me. I'm saying I'm not in the mood. I don't feel well. Jesus Christ. I don't think it's funny.
Okay, square images? No. I guess that's on.
Shopping for
Ow! 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 Alright, chat. Hold on. Let me bring back up the music, too. High backwards, slowed, and fast reverb. How the hell are you live? Hentai Simulator? What? For the record, this is a disrespect to Michael Jackson's name. Putting up his name in this type of stream. Shit. Damn. Fuck.
This is the Big Cheese broadcasting live from Club Chucky, and we got a mega hit heading your way right after this helicopter traffic report. Suffering is sensitive. I'm so high up here in this helicopter.
Alright, chat, hold on. Wait, when was Girlfriend Entity there? Was that Girlfriend Entity there? No!
Get off of my lunch, you guys. Okay, now I can see the cars. And hey, there's one guy.
Alright, chat, hold on. Oh, shit! Let me move the face cam here. I know it's a little bit weird since I'm usually on... I'm on that side. But now, today, I'm on... this side here. Wait, this is loud. This is loud. Holy shit. Alright, chat. Sorry for the disrespect. I just saw the notification a while ago, but completely forgot to join. Okay,
Star? What about a sunroof?
What the fuck? What is that? Alright, let's start, chat. So, S means perfect. A means great. B means mid. C means okay. D means trash. So we got 7 albums here. We got Off the Wall, released in 1980, I believe. Thriller, released in 1983. Bad, released in 1989, I believe, or 1987. Dangerous, released in 1991. History, released in 1997. Invincible, released in 2001. And Escape, released in 2014.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, it's time once again to strike up the band. So if you're in the mood to
So, what do you think? Okay, so let's start off with the Off the Wall album. Where do we put Off the Wall at? Wait a minute. Where's the early 70s Motown solo albums? I don't know about that. Like, I just mainly put the top albums, like the legacy albums or whatever they call it. Off the Wall go in S. All right. You should rank snacks after. You forgot Blood on the Dance Floor and Michael. No, I think Blood on the Dance Floor was on History. That's why I didn't include it. But I did forget to include Michael. But this is all we got, basically. I'm sorry. I'm doing a horrible job at this. Where do we put Thriller at? It should be obvious. Either they're MJ studio albums or even if but they're still MJ albums. I just mainly put the top albums released. Next is Bad. Where do we put Bad at? 'Cause I'm bad! I'm bad! Come on! Low key, almost every ranked S. Well, we'll see what the viewers think. We'll see what the viewers think. Where do y'all think Bad goes? There's no such thing as a bad MJ album. Just put it to death. Put very album. Line S. Where do we put Dangerous next? There has to be at least one MJ album on all of these, or some of these. They can't all just be an S. Like, we get it. They're good. Friendly reminder, this guy passed out after singing bad. I didn't actually pass out, my guy. Again, jokes. Why are you talking so aggressively? 'Cause I'm hungry! Hold on. Before I shit myself again and have to put on another diaper, I'm gonna go to the fridge. To the fridge, here I come. What it feels like to hump the fridge, because I kind of want to try that. I want to hump the fridge, like, oh fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. Chat, where do we put Dangerous at? Cherry? You think this is cherry? It's blood flavored. Put Dangerous in B? Okay. A, B. Alright, A. Where does history go? So the Mother Entity Demon is go- Mom, come here. We got some more updates on Mother Entity Part 11. Mother Entity, come here.
We're having a party.
Leave me alone.
Mother, listen. We got some updates on Part 11.
What?
We got some updates on Part 11.
Jesus Christ, what now?
So he said, just a heads up, the intro for Part 11 is somehow 2 minutes long because we're turning the demon Mother Entity into a storyline now.
Oh God. Why is this my life? Goodbye.
Can you change my diaper? I shit myself again. Yo, Anderson! Hey, Anderson, you see, it's not what it looks like here, okay? Fuck!
Shopping for your next car? What about a sunroof? With millions of cars nationwide, Auto Navigator.
Hey, buddy. Hey, I don't give a fuck. What did I join into? Listen, Anderson, listen. My guy. My guy.
Okay, how about all of you out there joining in and let's sing the birthday song for our friend.
Where is he? 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 Where is he?
To you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. From all of us at Chuck E. Cheese, happy birthday and many happy returns.
I just think that a good old-fashioned outdoor barbecue is
I'm regretting joining.
interesting.
I love a backyard barbecue.
Oh yeah, I love to be in the backyard barbecuing.
Look, Anderson. Listen, man. It's not what it looks like. I totally don't use a diaper. Shit. Chat, I need to lie. Give me a lie, chat. Quick before he finds out. Anything but Michael Jackson. My bad. No, I use fresh underwears. Yes, tasty, right? Hold on, chat. Hear me out. I'm gonna rock with you all night, dancing to the
Stop
sun.
singing. Please stop singing. Never sing again.
I will stop singing. I
Never
promise.
sing again.
What?
Never sing again.
Okay. Chat, what do you mean I mean tasty? I eat underwear. Anderson, listen, man. I'm in no place to ask you this, but do you have any underwears?
I'm not answering that question. Yes, I do, but I'm not answering it. Bro, why am I looking at the tier list and I am seeing that Chicago is not an S tier, bro?
XT. We're going
S
over
tier for
album.
Chicago, bro. Chicago is. Oh, you're talking about the whole album?
We're talking about albums. We haven't even
You're
ranked
not-
Escape yet.
No, I'm gonna go.
Goodbye. I love you. No! He hung up! God damn it. Okay, chat. Where do we put history at? Yo, you're making the guests uncomfortable. Don't worry. I do this in school. The TEC at Pepper Pride's Florida just exploded after they heard your song. Bruh. I guess S. Okay. Next is Invincible. Chat, where do we put Invincible at? After this, we're gonna do some singing. Poop? Yeah, I shit myself. And I need a new diaper. Chat, look at my diaper. See? It's a vote to ban the drug Navori.
Finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share. What is it? It's a dream about a world where nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
Oh, not singing. Okay, Rockstar. Hi, Elliot. Stop shitting yourself. My bad. Where do we put Invincible, chat?
Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I point up the collar on my favorite winter
Invincible tear. Really? Let me see how my shitting sounds. Are you gonna see the new GTA 6 trailer in 30 minutes? No. B, okay. I'm gonna put Escape in A because Chicago. Alright, let's do some singing, chat. What song should we sing for Michael Jackson? Say, cause I'm good! I'm good! You know it!
Here we go. Not anymore. I'm taking matters into my own hands. We need to be more proactive in our approach to giving great entertainment value to our guests.
Oh, yeah, that sounds hard.
Seriously?
Hard work.
Seriously?
You're not afraid of a little hard work, are you?
Hang on a second, Jack.
Silly songs with the eye of your time.
Our guests just want to hear us.
I'm gay. Okay. Wait till I can do because I'm gay! I'm gay! You know.
I'm just an average dog with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Oh yeah, I pay
This
for
tribute stream sucks. My bad.
in my
I'm sorry, chat.
But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone and I always feel like somebody's watching?
I'm gonna take down the stream, bro. This feels fucked up.
Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? When I come home at night, I go
18 years old, by the way. Oh shit. No, I should not put the popsicle sticks there.
Can the people on TV see me, or am I just paranoid?
Yes.
In the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair, 'cause I might open my eyes and find someone standing there. People say I'm crazy, just a little touch. But maybe showers remind me of Psycho too much. That's why I always feel like somebody's watching me.
You're gonna get terminated eventually with that, with the behavior. Mentally 8. Come on, chat. You see, the thing is, I try to keep my streams goofy, but like, I feel like I'm just fucking it up. Michael's probably spinning in his grave right now from cringe.
Watching me. Well, is the mailman watching me? And I don't feel
He's not worse than before, though, right?
I wonder who's watching me now. Who? The IRS? I always feel like
What is it with Chuck? Look, chat. I wonder what is Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. What is Chuck E. Cheese with the IRS? Pasquale, what is going on? It's from the IRS. Chat, what song should we sing? I'll try to do decent. I'll try to do it decent. Let's talk about the Aaron situation, not the stream. Another stream. Chat, what song should we sing? Okay, go Diego for go Diego, go. That's not me. I'm gonna visit where Mike is buried soon if anyone is interested in that about me. That's actually interesting. See, go to Chuck E. Cheese. We're singing MJ songs. I'm not singing that. I said Michael Jackson songs, not Rick Astley. Hello, Joel. Sing any Family Buddy songs. Sing I'm Fat for Irony? No. Sing You Are Not Alone. I want to see if you can do that good. I don't know how to sing Working Day and Night. I don't know how to sing You're Not Alone, but I guess I could try. That's in my fucking recommended. It's actually insane.
Shopping for your next car?
Oh my god! Please be quiet, tier list. I'm gonna mute it so I don't have to get copyrighted, because even instrumental, like, you know. Hi, yeah, it's something for you to watch. It's about you. I'm not watching anything. Who says we're doing anything? Alright. Chat, let's see. Let's sing. Let's see if I could do this. Let's see. Another day has gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be? You are not here with me. You never said goodbye. Someone tell me why. Did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did love slip away? Something whispers in my ears and says that you are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, I'm here to stay. But you are not alone. I am here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. But you are not alone. Just wait till the end. Wow. Just the other night, I thought I heard you cry, asking me to come and hold you in my arms. I can hear your prayers, your burdens I will bear. I don't know. Let me just skip to the end. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. For you are not alone. Okay. I'll be there. I'll be there. You are not alone. I'm here with you. Though you're far away, I'm here to stay. You are not alone. I'm here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. You are not alone. I'm here with you. Though you're far away. You and me, you know it. You and me are always my heart. You're not alone. You're not alone. Alright, chat. I always wanted to do Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Well, like the first half. My ears are half. I knew it. Let's do Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I'm trying to cry my hand. Not sing Thick of It. Fuck you. I'm not singing Thick of It. Oh yeah, that. Michael is in disbelief. You know, I was still thinking if you could keep on, because you know, the Force has got a lot of power. It makes me feel like wow! Wait, it makes me feel like wow!
Listen.
Leslie!
Do you see my knee?
It's a feeling now. My bad. Fever! Tempest rising now. Power is a force of power that makes it happen. It has no question why. Get closer to my body now. Just to love me till you don't know how. Ooh, keep on with the force thought. Don't stop till you get it out. Keep on with the force thought. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the force thought. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the force thought. Don't stop till you get enough. Touch me and I feel on fire.
Maya. Maya. ¿Qué es lo que pasa, hijo? Mira que tirando el suelo ahí con la silla. Sí, pero va a romper la silla. La silla cuesta dinero. Papo, párate del piso ahí. Va a romper la silla por gusto y vas a hacer bulla. Está haciendo bulla a la gente de abajo. Coño.
Who the hell shot me? You.
Oh,
Why is the YouTube police in my chat? No.
Yes, because see, I told you not to do this.
That wasn't the way. Grandpa. That's Grandpa entity.
You need to get off because we're not doing this anymore.
Okay, bye.
No. Not bye. Get off.
New animating material. We got more Grandpa entity voice lines.
Let's go. Yep. I told you to stop.
Damn, that thing is
And
locked.
he came out because you're being loud. They're gonna call the police on us.
Nice face. Nice face, someone said.
No one. And again, my face is not showing because I can see from there. Because that's bullshit. Get off. You can't learn how to have a quiet stream. You're gonna get off.
Chat, give me. Hold on.
You always have to go there.
Why is the YouTube police here? Who called the YouTube police?
You already said that. Nobody cares.
Shoots 20 times.
Okay.
Hey!
Get off.
No!
Then cut it out.
Okay.
I'm telling you to cut it out.
Okay. Stop shooting me.
No one is literally shooting you. You just need to...
Quiet stream challenge? Okay.
I thought you were supposed to be doing something with Michael Jackson, so what's happening?
Who was that one Michael Jackson impersonator? You're probably him.
Well, nobody's talking about that. What are you even saying?
Oh, because this guy seems to think he's Michael Jackson.
No, he doesn't.
I'm not that Fabio Jackson guy. Shoot Cyberstar.
Hey, get off. It's time. It's time. Stop pretending and get off.
No, leave me alone.
No, you have...
Don't shut us down before part 11. At least we have to wait until then. Oh my god, her hair is curly like it is in the animations.
No.
Her hair's usually straight.
No.
It's just severely
We
fucked
thought
up.
the same thing. Literally nothing about MJ.
It is not curly.
It's just fucked up.
Can you shut up? You can't make it any better. Can you stop?
Damn, I think this thing got locked.
Good. I hope it fucks it up and I'm not buying you a new one.
Okay, whatever. I have security. So you're the person who you're the fucking moron that brought the YouTube police. Dog and
Get off.
no.
Yes.
Please let me get dog entity.
Nope.
Let me get dog entity,
Call him by his
please.
name.
Let me get Bruno.
No.
Please. I called him by his real name.
No.
Give me him.
No.
Show the dog at least.
Get, don't touch him.
Don't do that. Woof,
No, get
woof, 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 woof.
You
He's
gotta
calm.
pretend to do it.
Ruff, 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 ruff. I'm a dog. Ruff,
No.
ruff.
He doesn't even want to look at you.
Mercedes poop.
He thinks you're a crackhead.
Let's go. Get off.
I will spill water on you, brother.
You won't do anything. Get off.
No!
Get off. You pissed me off. Respect.
I already called the FBI and CEC Corporate. First of all, why the FBI? Second of all, why CEC Corporate?
Why are you being loud? Again, I just told you.
I'm not being loud. You want me to whisper like a fucking ASMR?
No. Why are you doing all that with your mouth? Stop it.
Hi Leah, you're better off not labeling this as an FG tribute stream. This is just a nothing stream.
Exactly.
What should we retitle it?
You being a moron.
Grown ass man streams while
You're
wearing
not-
a diaper.
You're not a grown ass man and you don't have a diaper on. Stop saying stuff like that because that's not true. You think that's funny that you wearing a diaper?
Hold on.
You're not.
Look at my
wearing-
diaper. Hold on.
That's not a diaper, dude.
It's a
That's
lace.
not a diaper.
It's a lace chip diaper.
You're a fucking moron.
Get to stream shut off on YouTube.
Seriously,
Ha.
please, Shuju, shut him down.
Listen,
Shut him down.
We all understand that you're weird, but we all know you're not weird enough to be an adult diaper enjoyer.
Yeah. You're just.
Stacey, why are we talking about diapers? Because I'm wearing one.
You're not wearing one. You're not funny. It's not a funny thing.
Mother Entity raids the stream.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. Damn it, I thought I had to do it.
If you do that on stream one more time, I'm unplugging the computer. And you're not getting back on. Stop being gross.
Bro, it's not my fault. I had
Yes,
to.
it is. It is.
No, you just
Well,
made
you
me
don't know
laugh.
you don't know how to control yourself?
Bro, you
don't know
made
how
me
to
laugh.
Control yourself. You're 18.
I mean, Miss Entity sent me. Mother Entity did that stuff.
Ow, ow, my
Oh.
knee.
I'm sorry about your knee.
Back
no.
off. Back off.
No.
Back off.
Don't shut it off.
Back off.
You got the dog with you.
What the hell does that have to do with it?
You got that dog in you.
What?
It's a phrase.
Yes, but no. What you just said was wrong. All wrong. Cut it out.
Jesus Christ.
My
no.
knee. Ow.
No. No. Hialeah's a moron, bro. And
He
we
is.
always.
Thank you. See?
I
This is
feel
what
bad
live
for
with.
Bruno. He got sucked into the smell of a Hess family.
No, he's just a mess. The family's not a mess. He is. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that shit.
Okay. Chat, let's read about Michael Jackson,
No,
shall we?
no, no, no.
No.
Because you're not reading, you're screaming. There's a difference.
Lovely!
No. I don't want to hear you sing either.
Alright, let's read about MJ.
I hear you talk enough.
Alright, chat, let's get started.
Everybody knows. Everybody saw the movie. So stop. I will drop this dog and push that.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
And
whoa.
shut this
Whoa,
shit
whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
will drop it
Whoa,
the
whoa,
dog
whoa.
and shut this
Whoa,
shit down.
whoa, 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 whoa.
I will shut it down. What did it say? Mother what?
Mother entity get girlfriend entity on the phone. No.
Yeah. I will.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So what? Talking about adult diapers, she's gonna make. I'm not gonna be with him. With me. You think it's funny? You think I what? You think I what? Hold on.
Wait, no.
I will.
No. Oh shit, I spit on my screen. Did I
Yep.
spit?
Yep. No. I have him. Don't call her.
No, don't call her. Don't call her. Don't call her.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her tune in and rewind. Yeah. He's sporting and wearing diapers, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna send the screen to her right now.
No.
Yes,
No. Stop.
Nope.
No. YouTube will be closely monitoring your channel. My plan worked. What are you talking about? How about there's so much crap I gotta feel bad going on. I feel bad for MJ, bro. My bad. Alright, let's read. Michael Joseph Jackson, August 29th, 1958 to June 25th, 2009, was an American singer, songwriter, dancer, and philanthropist. I don't know. Dubbed as the King of Pop. He's widely regarded as one of the most culturally significant figures of the 21st century. His musical achievements broke American racial barriers and made him a dominant figure worldwide. Though his songs and concerts and fashion, he proliferated visual performance for artists in popular music, popularizing street dance moves such as the moonwalk, the robot, and the anti-gravity lean. Jackson is often deemed as the greatest entertainer of all time. No, that was disrespectful. Dude, that seemed disrespectful. The fact that I had to fart while say that he's the greatest entertainer of all time, that is mad disrespectful. I'm fucked. I'm getting canceled for this, bro. Bro. The eighth child of the Jackson family. He made his public debut at age 6 as the lead singer of the Jackson 5. Jackson rose to solo stardom with the album Off the Wall from 1979 and achieved unprecedented global successes with Thriller in 1982, the best-selling album in history. The music video for the singles Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean redefined the medium. Bad, 1987, was the first album to produce 5 U.S. Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles. I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Bad, and The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, and Dirty Diana. Dangerous, 1991, and History, 1995, produced the U.S. #1 singles Black or White and You Are Not Alone. Jackson's final album, Invincible 2001, is the most expensive ever made. From the mid-1980s, Jackson became under public scrutiny for his relationships, lifestyle, and changing appearance. He was accused of sexually abusing a child in 1993 and settled out of court in 1995. In 2005, Jackson was acquitted of further abuse allegations and other charges. While preparing for This Is It, a series of comeback concerts, he died in 2009 from an overdose of propofol administered by his personal physician, Conrad Murray. Jackson's death created unprecedented surges of internet traffic and a spike in his music sales. Jackson is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with estimated sales of over 500 million records worldwide as a solo artist. He is one of 3 musicians to have sold more than 100 million records, both as a solo artist and a principal member of a band. Jackson scored 13 #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 and is the only artist to have a U.S. top 10 single in 6 decades. His accolades include 13 Grammy Awards, the Grammy Legend Award, the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, 26 American Music Awards, 12 World Music Awards, 8 MTV Music Awards, 6 Brit Awards, and 3 U.S. presidential honors. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and the Dance Hall of Fame. Having donated an estimated $500 million, Jackson is credited with settling a standard of a celebrity charity. Early life and the Jackson 5, 1958 to 1975. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958 in Gary, Indiana. He was the 8th of 10 children in the Jackson family, an African-American working-class household living in a 2-bedroom home on Jackson Street. His mother, Katherine Jackson, and a Jehovah's Witness, played a clarinet, cello, and piano. She aspired to be a country and western performer, and worked part-time at Sears. His father, Joe Jackson, was a former boxer and crane operator at U.S. Steel, who also played guitar for the local rhythm and blues group, the Falcons. He called he could turn this off the wall stream around by reading Michael Jackson. My bad, bro. Michael had 3 sisters, Rabbi, Latoya, and Janet, and 5 brothers, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Randy. A 6th brother, Brandon, Marlon's twin, died shortly after birth. Michael and Marlon joined the Jackson Brothers in 1964, a band their father formed that already included Jackie, Tito, and Jermaine. They initially performed as backup musicians, playing congas and tambourine. Michael later said that his father physically and emotionally abused him during rehearsals, recalling that Joe often sat with a belt in his hand, ready to punish mistakes. Joe acknowledged that he regularly whipped him. Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon denied that their father was abusive, saying the whippings felt more intensely by Michael because he was younger, kept the group disciplined. Michael described his youth as lonely. By the late 1965, Michael began to sharing lead vocals with Jermaine, and the group's name was changed to the Jackson 5. They won a talent show that year, in which Michael danced to Robert Parker's Barefootin' and sang The Temptations' My Girl. From 1966 to 1968, the Jacksons toured throughout the Midwest, performing frequently on the Chilton circuit as an opening act for artists such as Sam and Dave, the OJs, Gladys Knight, and Etta James. They also performed in clubs and cocktail lounges that featured striptease shows, as well as local auditoriums and high school dances. In August 1967, well, 6-7. I need to shut up. While touring on the East Coast, they won a weekly amateur night competition at the Apollo Theater in Harlem. The Jackson 5 recorded several songs for the Gary-based label Steeltown Records, releasing their first single, Big Boy, in 1968. Bobby Taylor of Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers brought the group to Motown after they opened for him in at Chicago's Regal Theater that year. Taylor produced some of their early Motown recordings, including a version of Who's Lovin' You. After signing with Motown, the Jackson family relocated to Los Angeles. In 1969, Motown executives decided that Diana Ross would introduce the Jackson 5 to the public, partly to support her emerging television career, launching what was considered Motown's final product of its production line. The group made its first television appearance the year at the Miss Black America pageant. Big bro.
Can you hand me my charger?
No.
I need it.
Oh my god!
Hey, I didn't grab it because you said you weren't streaming.
Punch me in the face.
You want me to punch you again? Oh, you almost broke the TV. I can't believe you. I should punch you for that.
Good. I'm just kidding. Who is joining on alts? Okay. Okay. Performing a cover of It's Your Thing, Rolling Stone later described the young Michael as a prodigy with overwhelming musical gifts who quickly became the group's main attraction and lead singer. In January 1970, I Want You Back became the Jackson's 5's first single to reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, remaining at the top for the 4 weeks. 3 additional Motown singles, ABC, The Love You Saved, and I'll Be There, also reached number 1. In May 1971, the Jackson family moved into a large home in Havenhurst Avenue, a 2-acre estate in Encino, California. During this period, Michael developed from a child performer to a teen idol. Between 1972 and 1975, he released 4 solo studio albums with Motown. Got to Be There from 1972, Ben 1972, Music and Me 1973, and Forever Michael 1975. Got to Be There and Ben, the title tracks from the first 2 solo albums, sold well as singles, as did his cover of Bobby Day's Rockin' Robin. Michael remained involved with the Jackson 5. The group later described a cutting-edge example of black crossover artists. They grew frustrations with Motown's refusal to grant them creative input. Michael's performance of their top 5 single, Dancing Machine, and Soul Train helped popularize the robot dance. Moved to Epic and Off the Wall, 1975 to 1981. The Jackson 5 left Motown in 1979, signing with Epic Records, renaming themselves the Jacksons. Their younger brother, Randy, joined the band around this time, while Jermaine remained with Motown to pursue a solo career. The Jacksons continued to tour internationally and released 6 more albums between 1976 and 1984. Michael, the group's main songwriter during this period, wrote songs such as Shake Your Body Down to the Ground, 1978, This Place Hotel, 1980, and Can You Feel It, 1980. In 1977, Jackson moved to New York City to star as the Scarecrow in The Wiz, a musical film directed by Cindy Lumet and featuring Diana Ross, Nipsey Russell, and Ted Ross. The film was a box office failure. Its score was arranged by Quincy Jones, who later produced 3 of Jackson's solo albums. During his time in New York, Jackson frequently frequented the Studio 54 nightclub, where he heard early hip-hop. This influenced his beatboxing on later tracks, such as Work It Day and Night. Jackson's fifth solo album, and first as an adult, Off the Wall, established him as a solo performer and marked his transition from the bubblegum pop of his youth to more complex sound. The album produced 4 top 10 entries in the US: Off the Wall, She's Out of My Life, and the chart-topping hits Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You. Off the Wall reached number 3 on the Billboard 200 and sold more than 20 million copies worldwide. Jackson won the Grammy Award for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance for 1979 with Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. At the American Music Awards during the early 1980s, he won Favorite Soul R&B and for Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, 2 consecutive awards for Favorite Soul and R&B Album. And for Favorite Soul and R&B Male Artist, in 1981, he again won the Music Award for Favorite Soul and R&B Album and Favorite Soul R&B Male Artist. Jackson felt that Off the Wall should have made a greater impact and was determined to exceed expectations with his next release. In 1980, he secured the highest royalty rate in the music industry, 37% of wholesale album with profit. Thriller, Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, and Forever, and Pepsi Incident, 1981 to 1983. From 1981 to 1983, Jackson recorded demos of State of Shock, Victory, and There Must Be More Than Life to This, with Queen's lead singer Freddie Mercury for a planned album duet. The project was never completed. State of Shock was later recorded with Mick Jagger for the Jacksons' album Victory from 1984, and There Must Be More Than Life to This was released posthumously in 2014. In 1982, Jackson contributed Someone in the Dark to the audiobook for the film E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Jackson's 6th studio album, Thriller, was released on November 29th, 1982. It was the best-selling album worldwide in 1983, and eventually became the best-selling album of all time in the US. And globally, with an estimated 72 million copies sold, it topped the Billboard 200 for 37 weeks and remained in the chart's top 10 for 80 consecutive weeks. Thriller became the first album to generate 7 top 10 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, including the #1 hits Billie Jean and Beat It. On March 25th, 1983, Jackson reunited with his brothers for Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever, an NBC television special that aired on May 16th to an estimated audience of 47 million. Jackson's solo performance of Billie Jean earned him his first Emmy Award nomination. Wearing a rhinestone-studded glove, he debuted the moonwalk, taught to him 3 years earlier by Jeffrey Daniel, which became his signature dance move. Jackson had initially declined the invitation, believing that he had been doing too much television, but agreed to perform at the request of Motown founder Berry Gordy in exchange for a solo spot. His performance received widespread acclaim. Rolling Stone's Michael Gilmore called it extraordinary, and the New York Times critic Anna Kissagol praised the timing and technique of the dancing, while Gordy said he was mesmerized. At the 26th Annual Grammy Awards, Jackson received 12 nominations, the most in a single night at the time, later tied with Babyface, and won 8 awards, breaking the record for the most wins in a single night, later tied by Santana. Thriller received 13 nominations for the most for any album, and won 8 awards, including Best Engineered Recording, non-classical, for Bruce Sweetenson's work. Jackson won 7 awards related to the album, including Album of the Year for Thriller and Record of the Year for Beat It, and also won an award for the E.T. Extraterrestrial Storybook. At the 11th Annual American Music Award, Jackson won another 8 awards and became the youngest artist to receive the award of merit. He also won the Favorite Male Artist favorite soul R&B artist, and favorite pop rock artist. Beat It won favorite soul R&B video, favorite pop rock video, and favorite pop rock single. The album won favorite soul R&B album and favorite pop rock album. Thriller sales doubled after the release of an extended music video for its title track, which features Jackson dancing with a group of zombies. The success transformed Jackson into a dominant force in global pop culture, and the album conquered racial divides. He had the highest royalty rate in the music industry at that point. Earning about $2 for every album sold, equivalent to $6 in 2025 or 2026, whatever, and was making record-breaking profits. In the same time, the making of Michael Jackson's Thriller, a documentary about the music video, won a Grammy for Best Music Video, long form. Time described Jackson's influence at the time as star of records, radio, and rock video. A one-man rescue team for the music business. A songwriter who sets the beat for a decade. A dancer with the fanciest feet on the street. A singer who cuts across all boundaries of taste and style and color too. The New York Times wrote, "In the world of pop music, there is Michael Jackson and there is everybody else." Jackson and his brothers partnered with PepsiCo during November 1983 for a $5 million promotional deal, setting a new record for a celebrity endorsement equivalent to $16.2 million in 2026. The first Pepsi campaign, which ran in the U.S. from 1983 to 1984 and launched the company's new generation theme, included tour sponsorship, public relations event, and an in-store display. Jackson helped create the advertisement and suggested using his song Billie Jean with revised lyrics as its jingle. I need to put my phone to charge. On January 27th, 1984, Michael and other members of the Jacksons filmed the Pepsi commercial at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, overseen by Phil Dusenberry, a BBDO ad agency executive, and Alan Podesta, I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry, Pepsi Worldwide creative director. During a stimulated concert before a full audience, prosthetics accidentally set Jackson's hair on fire, causing second-degree burns to his scalp. He underwent treatment to conceal the scars and had a third rhinoplasty shortly after. Pepsi settled out of court, and Jackson donated the $1.5 million settlement, equivalent to $4.6 million in 2026, to the Brotman Medical Center in Culver City, California. Its now closed Michael Jackson Burn Center was named in his honor. Jackson signed a second agreement with Pepsi in the late 1980s for $10 million, equivalent to $28.3 million in 2026. The second campaign covered 20 countries and provided financial support for Jackson's Bad album in 1987 and 1988 World Tour. Jackson also had endorsement and advertising deals with companies such as LA Gear, Suzuki, and Sony, but none were as significant as his deals with Pepsi. The Victory Tour of 1984 headlined the Jacksons and showcased Jackson's new solo material to more than 2 million Americans. It was the last tour he performed with his brothers. Following controversy over the ticket sales, Jackson donated his share of the proceeds, estimated to $3 to $5 million in charity. And during the final concert of the Victory Tour at the Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, Jackson announced his split from the Jacksons during Shake Your Body. We Are the World and Other Commercial Activities, 1985. With Lionel Richie, Jackson co-wrote the charity single We Are the World in 1985, which raised money for the poor in the U.S. and Africa. It earned $63 million, equivalent to $189 million in 2026, and became one of the best-selling singles of all time with 20 million copies sold. It won 4 Grammy Awards in 1985, including Song of the Year for Jackson and Richie. Jackson, Jones, and promoter Ken Kragerin received special awards for their roles in the song's creation. Jackson collaborated with Paul McCartney in the early 1980s and learned that McCartney was making $40 million a year from owning the rights to other artists' songs. By 1983, Jackson had begun buying publishing rights to other songs, but he was selective with his acquisitions, bidding on only a few of the many catalogs offered to him. Jackson's early purchases of music catalogs and songs copyrights, such as the Sly Stone collection, included Everyday People from 1968, Len Barry's 1, 2, 3 from 1965, and Dion Dumose's The Wanderer from 1961, and Run Around Sue from 1961. In 1984, Robert Holmes, a court announced he was selling the ATV music publishing catalog, which compromised the publishing rights to nearly 4,000 songs, including most of the Beatles material. In 1981, McCartney had been offered the catalog for 20 million euros, $40 million, which is equivalent to $140 million in 2026. Jackson submitted a bid of $46 million, equivalent to 142 today, million, on November 20th, 1984. When Jackson and McCartney were unable to make a joint purchase, McCartney did not want to be the sole owner of the Beatles songs and did not pursue an offer on his own. Jackson's agents were unable to reach a deal, and in May of 1985, they left negotiations after spending more than $1 million and 4 months due to the due diligence. In June 1985, Jackson and Branca learned that the Charles Koppelmans and Martin Vandiers, the entertainment company, had made a tentative offer to buy ATV Music for $50 million. In early August, Holmes Accord contacted Jackson and talks resumed. Jackson's increased bid of $47.5 million was accepted because he could close the deal more quickly. Having already completed due diligence, Jackson agreed to visit Holmes Accord in Australia, where he would appear on the Channel 7 Perth Telethon. His purchase of ATV Music was finalized on August 10, 1985. Increased tabloid speculation, 1986 to 87. Jackson's skin had been medium brown since during his youth, but from the mid-80s, it gradually became paler. The change drew widespread media coverage, including speculation that he'd been bleaching his skin. His dermatologist, Arnold Klein, said he observed in 1983 that Jackson had vitiligo. I don't know how to say it. A condition characterized by patches of his skin losing their pigment. He also identified discoid lupus erythematosus. Bro, I don't know how to say most of these. In Jackson. Klein diagnosed Jackson with lupus that year, with vitiligo in 1986. Vitiligo's drastic effects on the body can cause psychological distress. Jackson used fair-colored makeup and possibly skin bleaching prescription creams to cover the uneven blotches caused by the illness. The creams would depigment the blotches, and with makeup, he could appear very pale. Jackson said he had not purposely bleached his skin and could not control his vitiligo, adding, "When people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me." He became friends with Klein and Klein's assistant Debbie Rowe. Rowe later became Michael Jackson's second wife and the mother of his first 2 children. Jackson discussed within his 1988 autobiography and a 1993 interview having only 2 rhinoplasty surgeries and a cleft chin surgery. He mentioned losing weight in the early 1980s because of his dietary change to achieve a dancer's body. Witnesses reported him often being dizzy and speculated he was suffering from anorexia nervosa. Periods of weight loss became a recurring problem in later his life. After Jackson died, his mother talked about him first turning to cosmetic procedures to address his vitiligo and avoid looking like a spotted cow. She said there was more than 2 cosmetic surgeries, he claimed, and speculated that her son had become addicted to them. It was reported during 1986 that Jackson slept in a hyperbaric chamber to slow aging. He denied the story, though it was alleged to have leaked an image of him sleeping in a glass chamber. Jackson said it was a promotional shot for an upcoming space opera featuring him, Captain EO, to the National Enquirer. It was also reported that he took estrogen injections to keep his voice high and facial hair sparse, proposed to Elizabeth Taylor and possibly kept a shrine to her, and had a cosmetic surgery on his eyes. Jackson's manager, Frank DeLeo, denied all these claims except for having a chamber. DeLeo added, "I don't know if he sleeps in it, I'm not for it, but Michael thinks it's something that's probably healthy for him, and he's a bit of a health fanatic." When Jackson took his pet chimpanzee, Bubbles, on tour in Japan, the media portrayed him as an aspiring Disney cartoon character who befriends animals. It was also reported that Jackson had to offer to buy the bones of Joseph Marek, the Elephant Man. In June 1987, the Chicago Tribune reported that Jackson's publicist bidding $1 million for the skeleton from the London Hospital Medical College on his behalf. The college maintained the skeleton was not for sale. DeLeo said Jackson had an absorbing interest in Marek, purely based on his awareness of the ethical, medical, and historical significance. Jackson worked with George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola on a 17-minute, $30 million 3D film, Captain EO, which ran from 1986 at Disneyland and Epcot, and later at Tokyo Disneyland and Euro Disneyland. After being removed in the late 1990s, it returned to the theme park for several years after Jackson's death. A Jehovah's Witness, Jackson would ever glance door to door while wearing a disguise. In 1987, Ebony reported that Jackson had disassociated himself from the Jehovah's Witness. Katherine Jackson said that this might have been because some witnesses strongly opposed the Thriller video. When Michael denounced a witness publication in 1984, while former members are usually shunned by their families, Jackson's mother remained in contact with him. In 2001, Jackson told an interviewer he was still a Jehovah's Witness. Bad Autobiography and Neverland, 1987 to 1990. Jackson released his highly anticipated 7th studio album, Bad, on August 31st, 1987. Bad sold more than 2.25 million copies in the first week in the US, debuting at number 1 on the Billboard 200, while it remained for 6 weeks. It became the first album to produce 5 US number 1 singles: I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, and Dirty Diana. Another single, Smooth Criminal, peaked at number 7. Bad won the 1988 Grammy for Best Engineered Recording, Non-Classical, and the 1990 Grammy Award for Best Music Video, short form for Leave Me Alone. Jackson received an award of achievement at the American Music Awards in 1989. After Bad generated 5 number 1 singles and became the first album to top the charts in 25 countries, and was the best-selling album worldwide in 1987 and 1988. The Bad Tour ran from September 12, 1987 to January 27, 1989. In Japan, it had 14 sellouts and drew 570,000 people, nearly tripling to the previous record for a single tour. The 504,000 people who attended seven sold-out shows at Wembley Stadium set a new Guinness World Record. Bad cemented Jackson's status as a dominant music force. The album has sold more than 35 million copies worldwide, placing it among the best-selling albums of all time. In 1988, Jackson released his autobiography, Moonwalk, with input from Stephen Davis and Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. It sold 200,000 copies and reached the top of the New York Times bestseller list. Jackson discussed his childhood, the Jackson 5, and the abuse he experienced from his father. He attributed his changing facial appearance to 3 plastic surgeries, puberty, and weight loss, a strict vegetarian diet, a change in hairstyle, and stage lighting. On June 28, 1988, during the Bad World Tour, Jackson was presented with the Grand Vermeil Medal of the City of Paris by Mayor Jacques Chirac. In July 20th, he became the first commoner in history to enter London's Guildhall through the building's royal entrance. In October, Jackson released the film Moonwalker, comprising live footage, music videos, and narrative sequence Jackson and Joe Pesci. In the US, it was released direct-to-video and became the best-selling music video cassette in history. It's certified 8 times platinum. In 1988, Jackson purchased 2,700 acres of land near Santa Ynez, California to build a home, Neverland Ranch, at a cost of $17 million. He installed a Ferris wheel, a carousel, a movie theater, and a zoo. A security staff of 40 patrolled to the grounds. Shortly after, Jackson appeared in the first Western television advertisement broadcast in the Soviet Union. Around this time, Jackson became known as the King of Pop, a nickname embraced by his publicist. When Elizabeth Taylor presented him with the Soul Train Heritage Award in 1989, she called him the true King of Pop and Rock and Soul. President George H.W. Bush designated him the White House Artist of the Decade. At the 38th BMI Awards in 1990, Jackson became the first person to be honored with an award named after its recipient. From 1985 to 1990, Jackson donated $455,000. This guy's still exhausting himself with reading the whole page. Man, as cheap as the tribute stream is, at least bro's committed. Yes. Jackson donated $550,000 to the United Negro College Fund. Did I say it right? Please tell me I said it right. Now it's kind of a memorial. Yes. And all profits from his single, Man in the Mirror, went to charity. His performance of You Were There at Sammy Davis Jr.'s 60th birthday celebration earned Jackson a second Emmy nomination. Jackson was the best-selling artist of the 1980s. Dangerous and Public Social Work, 1991 to 1993. In March 1991, Jackson renewed his contract with Sony for $65 million, a record-breaking deal at the time. He released his 8th studio album, Dangerous, on November 21st, 1991. Co-produced with Teddy Riley, it was certified 8 times platinum in the US and had sold 32 million copies worldwide by 2018. In the US, the first single, Black or White, was the album's highest charting song. It was number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks. It achieved similar chart success worldwide. The second single, Remember the Time, peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. At the end of 1992, Dangerous was the best-selling album of the year worldwide, and Black or White, the best-selling single of the year worldwide at the Billboard Music Awards. In 1993, he performed Remember the Time at the Soul Train Music Awards. while seated, saying he had twisted his ankle during dance rehearsals. In the UK, Heal the World reached number 2 on the charts in 1992. Jackson founded the Heal the World Foundation in 1992. The charity brought underprivileged children to Jackson's ranch to use the theme park rides and sent millions of dollars around the world to help children threatened by war, poverty, and disease. That July, Jackson published his second book, Dancing the Dream, a collection of poetry. In support of Dangerous, Jackson embarked on his second world tour, the Dangerous World Tour, to raise money for his Heal the World Foundation. The tour ran from June 1992 to November 1993, grossing to $100 million from 69 concerts outside the US and attracting more than 3.5 million people. Jackson sold the broadcasting rights for his October 1st, 1992 concert in Bucharest to HBO for $20 million. Then, the highest fee ever paid for a concert performer to appear on television. He donated a portion of the fee to aid Romanian children. Following the death of HIV and AIDS spokesperson and friend Ryan White, Jackson urged the Clinton administration at Bill Clinton's inaugural gala to increase funding for HIV and AIDS charities and research, and performed Gone Too Soon, a song dedicated to White, and Heal the World at the gala. Jackson visited Africa in early 1992 on his first stop in Gabon. He was greeted by more than 100,000 people saying carry signs that read, "Welcome home, Michael," and was awarded the rank of Officer of the National Order of Merit from President Omar Bongo. During his trip to the Ivory Coast, Jackson drew larger crowds than Pope John Paul II had on his previous visits. He was crowned King Sinai by a tribal chief in the Ivorian village of Crinjabo. That sounded like cringe, my bad. Where he thanked the dignitaries in French and English, signed documents formalizing his kingship, and sat on the golden throne while presiding over ceremonial dance. In January 1993, Jackson performed at the Super Bowl 27 halftime show in Pasadena, California. The National Football League sought a major artist to maintain viewership during the halftime performance, following decline from audience figures. With 133.4 million viewers, it was the first Super Bowl whose halftime show drew larger audiences than the game itself. Jackson performed Jam, Billie Jean, Black or White, and Heal the World. Dangerous World rose 90 places on the US album charts following the performance. Who the hell is this? Oh, whatever. Jackson gave a 90-minute interview with Oprah Winfrey on February 10th, 1993. He spoke about the abuse he experienced during his childhood at the hands of his father, said he believed he missed out on much of his childhood, and stated that he often cried from loneliness. He denied tabloid rumors that he had bought the bones of the Elephant Man, slept in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, or bleached his skin, and stated for the first time that he had vitiligo. After the interview, Dangerous re-entered the US album charts in the top 10 more than a year after its release. The interview became the most watched television interview in US history to date, with more than 90 million viewers. In January 1993, Jackson won 3 American Music Awards: Favorite Pop Rock Album, Dangerous; Favorite Soul R&B Single, Remember the Time; and became the first recipient of the International Artist Award of Excellence. In February, he received the Living Legend Award at the 35th Annual Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. He attended the ceremony with Brooke Shields. Dangerous was nominated for Best Vocal Performance for Black or White, Best R&B Vocal Performance, Jam, and Best R&B Song, Jam. And Bruce Sweden and Teddy Riley won the Grammy Award for Best Engineered Non-Classical in the decade since Dangerous has been lauded as arguably Jackson's greatest artistic achievement. First child sexual abuse accusations and first marriage, 1993 to 1995. In the second half of 1993, Jackson faced significant controversy following allegations that he had sexually abused 13-year-old Jordan Chandler, whom he met that year. On July 8th, Jordan's father, Evan Chandler, was recorded threatening to ruin Jackson's career with a carefully planned plot. The following day, Jackson's investigator, Anthony Pelicano, met Jordan, who denied any abuse or inappropriate touchings by Jackson. After a letter from psychiatrist Dr. Mathis Abrams stated that sexual abuse might have occurred, Chandler allegedly received a confession from his son and demanded $20 million from Jackson on August 4th, 1993, which Jackson declined. From August 9th to 13th, 1993, Evan Chandler and his legal team made various counter-offers to secure a settlement from Jackson, escalating their financial demands after his refusal to pay the initial $20 million. Evan later filed a lawsuit in September seeking $30 million for alleged damages. Jackson denied all of the claims and financial demands, prompting Chandler to go public with the allegations. Prosecutors raided Neverland Ranch and other residences while Jackson was on tour in August, finding no child pornography or other incriminating evidence. In December 1993, prosecutor Thomas W. Snedon Jr. filed a court order to conduct a strip search of Michael Jackson. Based on a drawing provided by Jordan, and submitted to authorities, according to Reuters and USA Today, and the description of Jackson's genitalia did not match the photographs taken on during the police investigation. The grand jury subsequently subpoenaed Jackson's mother, reportedly to assess whether there were any physical altercations compared to the description. In November 1993, Jackson requested that the civil trial be postponed until after the criminal hearing, arguing that the proceeding would violate his civil rights under the circumstances of having to defend himself under double jeopardy. The motion was denied, and in January 1994, the civil lawsuit was settled for $15,331,250, with a separate payments of $1.5 million for Evan and June Chandler, totaling $18.3 million allocated to the Chandler family, less than the initial $20 to $30 million demand. The settlement documents show that the Chandlers dropped the child molestation allegations from their complaint, with Jackson's settlement filed over claims of negligence. It was later revealed that the settlement did not prevent the Chandlers from testifying in the criminal case. The police never filed criminal charges. The prosecutions continued to investigate Jackson from January to June 1994, with Jordan continuing to cooperate with the investigators. By July 1994, multiple grand juries has been convened, jurors reporting that no damaging evidence was presented. On September 21st, 1994, after 400 witnesses had been investigated and another 30 called before the grand jurors, the investigation was closed. A few potential leads were found, but all proved to be false. Jackson had been taking painkillers for reconstructive scalp surgeries administered after the 1984 Pepsi commercial accident, and became dependent on them to cope with the stress of the allegations. On November 12, 1993, Jackson canceled the remainder of the Dangerous World Tour due to health problems, stress from the allegations, and painkiller addiction. He thanked his friend Elizabeth Taylor for her support. The end of the tour concluded with his sponsorship with Pepsi. In late 1993, Jackson proposed to Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley, over the phone. They were married in La Vega, Dominican Republic, in May 1994 by civil judge Hugo Francisco Alvarez Perez. The tabloid media speculated that the wedding was a publicity stunt intended to deflect attention from Jackson's sexual abuse allegations and to boost Presley's career as a singer. Their marriage ended little more than a year later. They separated in December 1995. Presley cited irreconcilable differences when filing for divorce the following month and sought only to reclaim her maiden name. She later said that they had attempted to reconcile intermittently for 4 years after the divorce, traveling internationally to be together. Jackson composed music for the Sega Genesis video game Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in 1994, but left the project around the time the allegations surfaced and went uncredited. His involvement was unconfirmed until 2022. Sega employees said his involvement was terminated following the allegations. However, members of Jackson's team said he was unhappy with how the Genesis hardware replicated his music. The song Sonic 3 credits was reworked as Jackson's 1996 song Stranger Moscow. History, second marriage, fatherhood, and Blood on the Dance Floor, History in the Mix, 1995 to 1997. In June 1995, Jackson released the double album History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. The first disc, History Begins, is a greatest hits compilation, reissued in 2001 as Greatest Hits, History Volume 1. The second disc, History Continues, contains 13 original songs and 2 cover versions. The album debuted at number 1 on the charts and has been certified for 8 million shipments in the United States. It is one of the best-selling albums of all time, with 20 million copies, 40 million units, sold worldwide. History received a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year. The New York Times described it as the testimony of a musician whose self-pity now equals his talent. The first single from History was Scream/Childhood. Scream, a duet with Jackson's youngest sister, Janet, protests the media's treatment of Jackson during the 1993 child abuse allegations. The single reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and received a Grammy nomination for Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals. The second single, You're Not Alone, holds the Guinness World Record as the first song to debut at number 1 at the Billboard Hot 100. It received the Grammy nomination for Best Pop Vocal Performance in 1995. In 1995, the Anti-Defamation League and other groups criticized the original lyrics of They Don't Care About Us. Jew me, sue me, everybody Jew me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me, as an anti-Semitic. Jackson released a revised version of the song in late 1995. He was hospitalized after collapsing during rehearsals for a televised performance, the result of a stress-related panic. In November, Jackson merged his ATV music catalog with Sony's music publishing division, $201 million in 2026. He retained for creating Sony ATV Music Publishing. He retained ownership of the company, earning $95 million upfront. Earth Song was released as the third single from History and topped the UK singles charts for 6 weeks over Christmas 1995. It became the 87th best stream ending at 8 PST like the good old days. Yeah. 87th best-selling single in the UK history. At the 1996 Brit Awards, Jackson's performance of Earth Song was interrupted by pop singer Jarvis Cocker, who said he was protesting what he viewed of Jackson's Christ-like persona. Jackson called the stage invasion disgusting and cowardly. In 1996, Jackson won the Grammy Award for Best Music Video, short form, for Scream, and an American Music Award for Favorite Pop Rock Male Artist. In July 1996, he performed for the Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah's 50th birthday at Jurduk Park Amphitheater, which had been built specifically for the event. Jackson was reportedly paid $17 million. He promoted history with the History World Tour from September 7th, 1996 to October 15th, 1997. He performed 82 concerts across 5 continents, 35 countries, and 58 cities to more than 4.5 million fans, making it the most attended tour. It grossed $165 million. During the tour in Sydney, Australia, Jackson married Debbie Rao, a dermatology assistant who was 6 months pregnant with his first child. Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., commonly known as Prince, was born on February 13, 1997. His sister, Paris Michael Catherine Jackson, was born on April 3, 1998. Jackson and Rowe divorced in 2000. Rowe conceded custody of the children and received an $8.5 million settlement, equivalent to $15.9 million in 2026. In 2004, after the second child abuse allegations against Jackson, she returned to court seeking to regain custody. The suit was settled in 2006. In 1997, Jackson released Blood on the Dance Floor, History in the Mix, which contained remixes of singles from History and 5 new songs. Worldwide sales stand at 6 million copies, making it the best-selling remix album of all time. It reached number 1 in the UK, as did the single Blood on the Dance Floor. In the US, the album reached number 24 and was a certified platinum. Label dispute and Invincible, 1997 to 2002. From October 1997 to September 2001, Jackson worked on his 10th solo album, Invincible, which cost $30 million, equivalent to, well, I'm not going to say the equivalent, to record, making it the most expensive album of all time. In June 1999, Jackson joined Luciano Pavarotti for a World Child Benefit concert in Modena, Italy. The show raised $1 million for refugees for the Kosovo War and additional funds for the children of Guatemala. Later that month, Jackson organized a series of Michael Jackson and Friends benefit concert in Germany and South Korea. Other artists involved included Slash, The Scorpions, Boyz II Men, Luther Vandross, Mariah Carey, A.R. Rahman, Prabhu Devas Sordaram, Shobana Andrea Buckley, and Luciano Pavarotti. The proceeds went to the Nelson Mandela Children's Funds, the Red Cross, and UNESCO. Jackson was presented with the Outstanding Humanitarian Award at the 1999 Bollywood Movie Awards in New York City, where he noted Mahatma Gandhi was an inspiration for him. At the turn of the century, Jackson was awarded with the Artist of the 1980s Decade Award at the 27th American Music Awards and the Best-Selling Pop Male Artist of the Millennium at the 12th World Music Award. In 2000, Guinness World Records recognizes him for supporting 39 charities, more than any other charity. 2 concerts were held in September 2001 at Madison Square Garden to mark Jackson's 30th year as a solo artist. Jackson performed... I know, I'm very bad at pronouncing these things. Jackson performed with his brothers for the first time since 1984. The show also featured Maya, Usher, Whitney Houston, Destiny's Child, Monica, Lisa Minnelli, and Slash. The first show was marred by technical lapse, and the crowd booed at a speech by Marlon Brando. 45 million people watched the television broadcast of the show in November, according to Nielsen Media Research. After the September 11th attacks, which Jackson narrowly avoided death by oversleeping and missing a scheduled meeting at the World Trade Center, he helped organize United We Stand, What More I Can Give benefit concert at Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium. in Washington, D.C. On October 21st, 2001, Jackson performed What More I Can Give as the finale. The release of Invincible was preceded by a dispute between Jackson and his record label, Sony Music Entertainment. He had expected the licenses of the master of his albums to revert to him in the early 2000s and enable him to keep the profits and promote his material as desired. But clauses in the contracts set the revert dates into the future. Jackson sought an early exit from his contract. Invincible was released on October 30th, 2001. It was Jackson's first full-length album in 6 years and the last album of his original material he released in his lifetime. It debuted at number 1 in 13 countries and went on to sell 8 million copies worldwide, receiving double platinum certification in the US. On January 9, 2002, Jackson won his 22nd American Music Award for Artist of the Century. Later that year, an anonymous surrogate mother gave birth to his third child, Prince Michael Jackson the second, nicknamed Blanket, who had been conceived by artificial insemination. On November 20th, Jackson briefly held a blanket over the railing of his Berlin hotel room, 4 stories above ground, leveling, prompted widespread criticism to the media. Jackson apologized for the incident, calling it a terrible mistake. Wow. There's so much to read, but we're going to continue reading, chat. Hold on. My bad. On January 22nd, promoter Marcel Avram filed a breach of contract complaints against Jackson for failing to perform 2 planned 1999 concerts. In March, a Santa Maria jury ordered Jackson to pay Avram for $5.3 million, equivalent to $9.5 million in 2025. Why am I keep reading this? On December 18, 2003, Jackson's attorney dropped all appeals on the verdict and settled the lawsuit for an undisclosed amount. On April 24th, 2002, Jackson performed at the Apollo Theater. The concert was a fundraiser for the Democratic National Committee and former President Bill Clinton. The money collected would be used to encourage citizens to vote. It raised $2.5 million. The concert was called Michael Jackson Live at the Apollo and was one of Jackson's final on-stage performances. Woo! In July 2002, at Al Sharpton's National Action Network in Harlem, Jackson called the Sony Music chairman, Tommy Mottola, a racist and very, very devilish, and accused him of exploiting black artists for his own gain. The accusation prompted Sharpton to form a coalition investigating whether Mottola exploited black artists, and Jackson courted that Mottola and had called his colleague, Eric Gotti, a fat... I can't say it, can I? Even though this was basically his words. I can't say it, right? The fat N-word, hard R. Sony issued a statement calling the accusations ludicrous, spiteful, and hurtful, and said Mottola had championed Jackson's career for years. Sony refused to renew Jackson's contract and said that a $25 million promotional campaign had failed because Jackson refused to tour in the U.S. for Invincible.
It's time to get off.
Get out.
No, you need to get the fuck off. It's about to be 10 and I work tomorrow.
Okay.
He needs to take a shower. Look at the time. I told you didn't want you streaming during the week.
Okay. Documentary, number 1, second child abuse allegations and acquittal. Beginning in May 2002, a documentary film crew led by Martin Bossier followed Jackson for several months. The documentary, broadcast in February 2003 as Living with Michael Jackson, showed Jackson holding hands and discussing sleeping arrangements with a 12-year-old boy. He discussed seeing nothing wrong with having sleepovers with minors and sharing his bed and bedroom with various people, which aroused controversy. He insisted that the sleepovers were not sexual and that his words had been misunderstood. In October 2003, Jackson received the key to the city of Las Vegas from Mayor Oscar Goodman. On November 18, 2003, Sony released Number Ones, a greatest hit album, and was certified 5 times platinum in the US and 10 times platinum in the UK for shipments of at least 3 million units. On December 18, 2003, Santa Barbara authorities charged Jackson with 7 counts of child molestation and 2 counts of intoxicating a minor with alcoholic drinks. Jackson denied the allegations and pleaded not guilty. The People v. Jackson trial began on January 31st, 2005 in Santa Maria, California, and lasted until the end of May. Jackson found the experience stressful and it affected his health. If convicted, he would have faced up to 20 years in prison. On June 13, 2005, Jackson was acquitted on all counts. FBI files on Jackson, released in 2009, showed that FBI found no evidence of criminal conduct. Final years, financial problems, Thriller 25, and this is it. 2005 to 2009. After the trial, Jackson became reclusive. He moved to Bahrain during June 2005 as a guest of the Sheikh Abdul. He never returned to Neverland. In early 2006, it was announced that Jackson had signed a contract with Bahrain startup 2C Records. Nothing came out of the deal, and the 2C CEO, Guy Holmes, later said it was never finalized. Holmes also found that Jackson was on the verge of bankruptcy and was involved in 47 ongoing lawsuits. By September 2006, Jackson was no longer affiliated with 2Cs. In April 2006, Jackson agreed to use a piece of his ATV catalog stake, then worth about $1 billion, as collateral against his $270 million worth of loans from Bank of America. Bank of America had sold the loans to Fortress Investments, an investment company that buys distressed loans, the year before. As part of the agreement, Fortress Investments provided Jackson a new loan of $300 million with reduced interest payments, equivalent to $440. Shut up. Goddamn, what is wrong with me? Jackson's Sony Music would have the option to buy half of his stake, or about 25% of the catalog, at a set price. Jackson's financial managers had urged him to shed part of his stake to avoid bankruptcy. The main house at Neverland Ranch was closed as a cost-cutting measure, while Jackson lived in Bahrain at the hospitality of Abdul. At least 30 of Jackson's employees had not been paid on time and were owed $306 in back wages. Jackson was ordered to pay $100,000 in penalties. In May 2006, Jackson moved to Grouse Lodge, a residential recording studio near Rosemont City, Westmouth, Ireland. There, he began work on a new album with the American Procedures, Will.I.Am, and Rodney Jerkins. That November, Jackson invited an Access Hollywood camera crew into the studio in Westmouth. He briefly joined the performance of We Are the World at the World Music Awards in London, which served as his last public performance, and accepted the Diamond Award for sales of 100 million records. Jackson returned to the U.S. in December, settling in Las Vegas that month. That month, he attended James Brown's funeral in Augusta, Georgia, where he gave a eulogy calling Brown his greatest inspiration. Jackson and Sony bought another music publishing company during 2007, Famous Music LLC, formerly owned by Viacom. The deal gave him the rights to the songs by Eminem and Beck, among others. Jackson mentioned he had no regrets about his career despite deliberate attempts to hurt me. That March, he visited a U.S. Army post in Japan, Camp Zama, to greet more than 3,000 troops and their families. By September, Jackson was still working on his next album, with Kanye West joining in as a producer. In 2008, for the 25th anniversary of Thriller, Jackson and Sony released Thriller 25, a reissue which includes 5 newly remixed tracks co-produced by him and guest producers, including the singles The Girl Is Mine 2008 and Wanna Be Startin' Something 2008. Thriller 25 was the last recorded work released during Jackson's lifetime that he was extensively involved in. For Jackson's 50th birthday, Sony BMG released a series of greatest hits albums, King of Pop, with different track lists for different regions. That July, Fortress Investments threatened to foreclose Neverland Ranch, which he used as collateral for his loans. Fortress sold Jackson's debt to Colony Capital LLC. In November, Jackson transferred Neverland Ranch's title to Sagamore Valley Ranch Company LLC, a joint venture between Jackson and Colony Capital LLC. The deal earned him $35 million. In 2009, Jackson arranged to sell a collection of his memorabilia for more than $1,000 through Julian's Auction House, but canceled the auction in April. In March 2009, amid speculations about his finances and health, Jackson announced a series of comeback tours. This is it, at a press conference at the O2 Arena. The shows were to be his first major concert since the History World Tour in 1997. Jackson suggested he would retire after the shows. The initial plan was for 10 concerts in London, followed by shows in Paris, New York City, and Mumbai. Randy Phillips, the president and chief executive at AEG Live, predicted the first 10 dates would earn Jackson $50 dollars. The London residency was increased to 50 dates after record-breaking ticket sales. More than 1 million were sold less than 2 hours. The concerts were to run from July 13th, 2009 to March 6th, 2010. Jackson moved to Los Angeles, where he rehearsed in the weeks leading up to the tour under the direction of the choreographer Kenny Ortega, whom he had worked with during his previous tours. Rehearsals took place at the Forum and the Staples owned by AEG. By this point, Jackson's debt had grown to almost $500 million. By the time of his death, he was 3 or 4 months behind payments on his home in San Francisco Valley. The Independent reported that Jackson planned a string of further ventures designed to recoup his debts, including a world tour, a new album, films, a museum, and a casino. Death. On June 25th, 2009, less than 3 weeks before his concert residency was scheduled to begin in London, with all dates sold out, Michael Jackson died at the age of 50 from cardiac arrest caused by a propofol and benzodiazepine overdose. His personal physician, Conrad Murray, had been administered various medications to help him sleep at his home in Holby Hills, Los Angeles. Paramedics received a 911 call at 12:21 Pacific Time and arrived 4 minutes later. Jackson was not breathing, and a CPR was performed. Reconstruction efforts continued en route to Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, and for more than an hour after his arrival, but were unsuccessful, and he was pronounced dead at 2:26 p.m. Pacific Time. Murray had administered propofol, lorazepam, and midazolam, and Jackson's death resulted from a propofol overdose. News of his death spread rapidly online, causing websites to slow down or crash from heavy traffic, placing unprecedented strain on services including Google, AOL, Instant Messenger, Twitter, and Wikipedia. Overall, web traffic increased by 11% and 20%. MTV and BET aired marathons of Jackson's music videos. MTV briefly returned to its original music video format, broadcasting extended blocks of his videos alongside live news specials featuring reactions from MTV personalities and other celebrities. President Barack Obama sent a letter of condolence to the Jackson family, and the House of Representatives observed in a moment of silence. Memorial service. Jackson's memorial was held on July 7, 2009 at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, preceded by a private family service at Forest Lawn Memorial Park's Hall of Liberty. Over 1.6 million fans applied for the tickets to the memorial. The 8,750 recipients were drawn at random. Each received 2 tickets. The memorial service was one of the most watched events in streaming history, with an estimated U.S. audience of 31.1 million and a worldwide audience of estimated 2.5 billion to $3 billion. My bad. Mariah Carey, Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Jennifer Hudson, and Shaheen Jafargholi performed at the memorial, and Berry Gordy, Brooke Shields, Smokey Robinson, and Queen Latifah gave eulogies. Reverend Al Sharpton received a standing ovation, with cheers when he told Jackson's children, "Wasn't nothing strange about your daddy. It was strange what your daddy had to deal with, but he was dealt with anyway." Jackson's 11-year-old daughter, Paris Catherine, speaking publicly for the first time, wept as she addressed the crowd. Lucius Smith provided the closing prayer. On September 3rd, 2009, Jackson was entombed at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Criminal investigation and prosecution of Conrad Murray. In August 2009, the Los Angeles County coroner ruled that Michael Jackson's death was a homicide. Law enforcement officials charged Murray with involuntary manslaughter on February 8, 2010. In late 2011, he was found guilty of the charge and was held without bail to await sentencing. Murray was sentenced to 4 years in prison, but was released after 1 year and 11 months. Playing with a selection thing on my mouse is more fun than this. 2009 was the worst year for Michael Jackson fans. Yeah. Ah, fuck. My bad. Posthumous release and productions. Jackson's posthumous release and productions are administered by the estate of Michael Jackson, which owns Jackson's trademarks and rights to his name, image, and likeness. The first posthumous Michael Jackson song, "This Is It," co-written in the 1980s with Paul Anka, was released in October 2009. The surviving Jackson brothers reunited to record backup vocals. It was followed by a documentary. None of this. The posthumous shit was not in the movie.
Hey, it's 10 o'clock. I work tomorrow.
I know.
So then get off now.
I'm almost done.
No, you're done.
It's posthumous.
You're done. No. Yes. Say goodbye.
At this part, I'll end.
No,
this is the last section.
No.
Anyways.
No.
It was followed by a documentary film about the release for the canceled This Is It tour, Michael Jackson's This Is It, and a compilation of album. Despite a limited 2-week engagement, the film became the highest-grossing documentary or concert film ever released. And with earnings of more than $260 million worldwide, Jackson's estate received 90% of the profits. In late 2010, Sony released the first posthumous album, Michael, and the lead single, Hold My Hand, a duet with Akon. The Jackson collaborator, Will.I.Am, expressed disgust, saying that Jackson would not approve of the release. The video game developer, Ubisoft, released a music game featuring Jackson for the 2010 holiday season, Michael Jackson: The Experience. It was among the first games to use Kinect and PlayStation Move, the motion detecting camera systems for the Xbox 360 and PS3. In October 2011, the theater company Cirque du Soleil launched Michael Jackson: The Immortal World Tour, a $57 million production in Montreal. A larger and more theatrical critic show, Michael Jackson 1, designed for residency at the Mandalay Bay Resort in Las Vegas, opened on May 23rd, 2013 in a renovated theater. In 2012, in an attempt to end a family dispute, Jackson's brother Jermaine retracted his signature on a public letter criticizing executors of Jackson's estate and his mother's advisors over the legitimacy of his brother's will. TJ Jackson, the son of Tito Jackson, was given co-guardianship of Michael Jackson's children after false reports of Catherine Jackson going missing. Escape, an album of unreleased material, was released on May 13, 2014. The lead single, a duet between Michael Jackson and Justin Timberlake, Love Never Felt So Good, reached number 9 on the U.S. Billboard's Hot 100, making Jackson the first artist to have a top 10 single on the chart in 5 different decades. Later in 2014...
No, you told me up to here.
I said here.
No, you told me up to here.
Here, okay.
No,
later.
Here, you're done.
No, it's not.
You're done.
This is one last paragraph.
No,
yes.
No, it's a long ass paragraph.
It's not a long ass paragraph.
I'm looking at it. No.
This is not a long ass paragraph.
I said no.
Mom, we're not done with it.
I said no.
This is a memorial stream.
I don't give a fuck. Get off.
Okay.
I work tomorrow. It's 10 o'clock.
Okay.
No.
Later in 2014. Hey!
I said to get off.
Bro!
You continue to
get out!
Get out? No.
You're ruining the tribute stream.
It ran late because you were eating shit, and that's not my problem. I work tomorrow.
I get you work tomorrow. That has nothing to do with anything.
You need to lower your voice. Oh, so I can go to sleep with you streaming and screaming your head off?
Am I screaming right now? I'm reading something.
Your brother wants to go to bed.
Okay, give me a second so I can read this.
No.
Yes, it's quick.
You told me up to here.
I didn't say up to here. I said up to. Did you see the mouse? I literally said here.
Said up to here.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I don't need to lie about something so stupid.
Later in 2014, Queen released a duet recorded with Jackson's in.
She's not coming over tomorrow. Mom, you can't pick her up. Sorry. I said.